Jin Zeros at a +4 to attack and +4 to damage will attempt to strike the mutant with his Blitz Quick Daggers. That will be a miss, and that, with the +4 bonus, will be a hit for 18 points of damage. And, nah, he won't disengage. He ends his turn. He is no longer hampered. Thomas.
Alright. Escalation die is free. That means, as a free action, activate the Swordwork ability. Move action. Can I engage both of them?
Sure.
Alright, then Thomas will do that. Then, as a quick action, I would like to use another ability I just got this level. Advanced Tactical Strike. Leon gets to make an at-will attack as a free action.
Okay. Okay.
That is targeting who?
Who I'm engaged with.
That is a miss.
Well, in that case, he gets damage each one level +8.
Alright. I should not have done that, because now I just realized that the second attack from Swordwork is a quick action, so I only get one attack.
Yes.
Good thing you activated Swordwork, then.
I wasn't thinking. Let's just do one attack here, and that is terrible.
That's against... that's against who?
Against the mutant. So.
That is a miss.
Alright. Good turn, everyone.
That is certainly all of your actions. See, Glow Priest turn. Dwohurim's all like, come at me, bro. Glow Priest moves up to engage.
I Dwohurim.
I also should not have that. And attempts to smack Dwohurim with his Coral Rod. That will be a miss. You want to use your shield? Against a miss? Or is it only an event against an attack that hits?
Well, is it a natural even?
You don't get to know that.
No, I won't use it.
Okay. Despite the attack missing, the ability does activate. And Dwohurim is flung into the... No, that's incorrect reading of that. Dwohurim is flung to engaging with the Sahagwin.
Sure.
An incorrect reading. And the Glow Priest tried, missed, and out of anger fucking flung Dwohurim next to the frenzying Sahagwin. That will be the end of the Glow Priest turn. Mutant's turn. Good. 4 attacks this time. Let's see here. Well, who fucked him up the most? Water Elemental. That is most certainly Leon who fucked him up the most. that he can reach anyway. Okay.
I mean, even on a miss, I'm dealing a lot of damage there.
This is a +3 to his attack rolls because he does get the escalation die. That is a miss, and none of the ongoing damage triggers. That is most assuredly a hit for 15 points of damage on Leon.
Okay, 15.
That is a hit, and none of the naturals trigger. And that is a hit, and none of the naturals trigger. A total of 45 points of damage.
Oof.
As the mutant, with its 4 arms, begins dicing into Leon.
I'm staggered.
Will not move. The Sahagwen, who is blood frenzying down here, has thoroughly lost its mind to, like, wrath and, you know, blood oozing from its pores due to the fucking force salvo and the ruination. This is what blood frenzy does. The Sahagwen get to benefit from the escalation die on the turn they go staggered. As in, you put him on staggered whenever he goes escalation die 2, so he gets +2 to his attack rolls and damage rolls. He'll attempt to stab Dwohurim. That is 12 points of damage.
12 points?
12 points.
Oh yeah, escalation die. Alright, yeah, you can do that.
The Sahagwin implants the trident against Dwohurim's side. But thankfully, due to all of the bonus hit points, Dwohurim didn't take that much damage.
It's okay.
And he will not move. Dwohurim's turn.
Well, I'll quick action try to shock him.
Okay.
That's something we do.
That will successfully hit.
I just imagine I should have used the thing I have for it, but 4 lightning damage and I pop free.
Okay.
There we go. And now I guess I can Ray of Frost him because he seems sort of wounded.
Very wounded, yes.
And getting rid of an opponent would be good. So he takes a that is probably a miss.
That is another 4 points of damage.
Yes. 4 points
Heavily
of cold
wounded,
damage.
nearly dead, but in a rage. Blood frenzy.
You can come get some more, you little bugger. You two, I can take you on.
Anything else in your turn? That was a quick move instead.
No, I don't have any more.
Okay. Glow Priest next to Thomas. Well, I can try this shit again. That will miss. No, just hit Thomas for 12 points of damage. That'll take you to still plenty of temporary hit points, and once you finish editing, that is a natural even.
Okay.
Thomas is flung into the water.
Oh, no. Hello, sharks.
And now the Shark Act.
Sogwin Glow Priest, he, like, surveys the situation, realizes this shit's going tits up here on the deck. Move action, he's gonna jump and dive gracefully into the water. And it's now the shark's turn. Now this guy, who is mad as hell, is glad that there is someone right in front of him to target, because boy, he was going to attack his allies, otherwise. He will attempt to bite Thomas. That will be a miss for 7 points of damage. That will be a miss for 10 points of damage. That'll be a miss for 6 points of damage. And that'll be a miss for 7 points of damage.
Yeah, good on Thomas.
30 points of damage as this flurry of sharks attempts to rip Thomas apart.
Oh, I should never have started
You're welcome.
fishing.
You clearly upset the sea.
But you're not staggered yet, so...
No, I'm not.
Not staggered, no. The Deaf Speaker's turn. He will attempt to target these two down here with his telekinetic grasp.
Thank you.
Against the Sahagwin first. That Sahagwin is introduced to get fucked. And then against the Glow Priest down there, he completely botches. And the Sahagwin Glow Priest cackles with glee, thinking the Dark Gods are on its side.
Yeah, I'll give you Dark Gods, Mr.
The Deaf
Sahagwin.
Speaker will not move. Escalation die goes to 4. Fargus, it is your turn.
Alright, I will start with the Water Elemental this time, and
Okay.
do the Great Wave Transformation, with which I forgot to do last time.
Roll a 1d10.
Yep. That's a free.
Yes, yes.
So, all enemies engaged to the Water Elemental is hampered.
Okay. See, it's a good thing Jinzirus isn't your enemy.
It's yours.
He could
It
be.
is hampered.
Now is the best time to betray him.
And then he will use his Surge.
Okay.
Once again.
One of those hits.
Alright, 14 damage.
And then heal the non-existent damage.
Yep.
14.
Would be more useful if someone actually hits him, but...
Okay. The Sahagwin mutant is heavily wounded, blood oozing from numerous cuts and, you know, like bruises and gashes on its torso and its limbs, but it, like the other Sahagwin, seems to have a peculiar penchant called, "Fuck you, I will eat you, even if it kills me, because I will never surrender to food."
I will have you in my mouth, damn it.
It's pretty much how this guy operates. And it's worth noting, Fargus would particularly note this given the whole connection with, like, Sahagwin. Like, those sharks, they might lurk around, like, the edges, even going as far south as Proudfort, but Sahagwin this strong don't come into the Midland Sea. The Midland Sea wards forcibly kicked out creatures this strong. The only Sahagwin who are able to lurk in here are weak creatures, and the strong Sahagwin are either in the Iron Sea, or they lurk around the large rivers of the Dragon Empire, furious that they can't go anywhere.
So clearly something shitty has happened.
Clearly, the wards around the Midland Sea have faltered enough to allow these Sahagwin in.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. It means that nature's breaking free.
Say hello to nature, Fargus.
Hello.
Well, this is part of nature.
Yes, this is natural.
Well, these Sahagwin would happily kill anyone, so And you clearly know that the High Druid just as easily kills the Sahagwin as well whenever they invade in the south.
Well, the sort of Middle Sea is still kind of fucked up, and the C3 is still angry, and
Yeah.
so basically it's only the bad things that.
Maybe one day you can terrain cast from the water, though.
That's
You just have to unbind the wards.
I could use all my powers.
Set it free like Freddie Mercury. Yes, all of your powers. And now for the rest of your turn?
Yes, I think.
Help Thomas, maybe?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a spark on the shark mooks down there.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack against the mob.
Help Thomas by casting lightning into the water.
Yes.
Thomas, make a saving throw for me, please. Roll a 1d20. Okay. Okay, it's good to know. It's good to know. I'm just fucking with you. Fargus has enough control over his spells that I won't enforce that. But it was good for a moment, wasn't it?
I was actually thinking, like, is he gonna do
I mean, it's either like electricity or fire, which fire doesn't really work on creatures under the water.
Well, you could make steam.
Let's see.
Creativity.
And, okay. That kills the frenzying shark, and just the power of the lightning surges to another one and staggers it, which causes it to whip into a frenzy.
Well. I killed one at least.
You sure did. Anything else with your turn?
No.
Leon, you're up.
Thomas, you can be okay down there?
Oh, throw me my fishing rod, quick!
Kind of busy here. Out of curiosity, does my wings turn back on? No. Anyway. So quick action, I'm going to use heal on myself to spend a recovery.
Alright.
Because I'm kind of hurt.
Alright.
30 hit points.
Nice. No longer staggered.
Which is nice.
Nice.
So, now becomes the good question. Do I help Thomas, or do I kill this thing?
Well, it's hampered.
Just kill it.
It is.
It is hampered, it's true. But, fine, murder.
Murder on who?
The Sahagwin mutant, it is barely alive. And that will finish the job, gurgling in its dark language, probably about how it was going to eat you at some point. It slumps over. And that will deal a bit of damage to the shark as well. The massive body with its forearms and legs just slumps over in front of Gen Zeros and you and the water elemental.
Well, and then I will, with a move action, walk this way.
Gen Zeros will double move. No, he's no longer hampered. He will move to the side of the deck. He will lean out. And he will breathe his caustic volley on the Glow Priest and the mob of sharks. This will be against the Glow Priest at a +4 to attack and +4 to damage. That will hit the Glow Priest for 28 points of damage. The Glow Priest is staggered, hissing and spewing insults and profanity everywhere. That will kill this shark. That was how much that. Okay, and then that will stagger this shark. As he attempts to help Thomas to the best of his ability. That will be the end of Gen Zeros' turn. Thomas, go ahead and roll a d20 plus your strength mod plus your level.
All right. My strength is +3. My level is 5.
All right. With that check roll, you are able to keep yourself balanced and afloat. You'll just have a -2 attack penalty.
All right. I do think this is a message. If you want to catch fish, you have to go up close and personal.
Catch fish with your axe.
Yeah.
Fishing with axe.
That's a +2 to hit and a +4 to damage. All right. Let's go for the mook of fish here.
That will hit the mob. No, it'll miss the mob, excuse me.
Ah, crap. I don't think I count as my own ally for the purposes of Moment of Glory, do I?
You still have your quick blades remaining.
I do, I know.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll just use my quick action attack and see if that does anything.
That will, alright, that kills this shark. And this shark, 1 hit point.
Close enough.
He is staggered, just like in a blind, like, frenzy. His blood, like, just bursts out into the water and it thrashes around in anger.
And that's all my actions.
Okay. That Sagwin's dead. That Glow Priest down to the south. Well, he's not in a frenzy. He kind of hates, just jump off the boat here. Just gonna fucking swim down so that he's technically far away, and he's gonna be hard to hit, a -2 attack penalty, just due to the obfuscation of the water. And he will definitely be out of range if he gets another chance to flee. Takes us to Dwohurim.
How wounded did that priest seem to be? Sort of.
He's seriously wounded. He's
Okay,
not on the
but
verge of death.
That shark over there is on the verge of death.
That shark over there has 1 hit point
And
on the
I
complete
can't
verge
really
of death.
reach the Sahagin easily, because if he's far away, then I only have
Yes.
one thing that hits him, and that's pretty bad. So let's use that one thing to kill a shark instead, because that's save Thomas from that. So, magic missile.
That will cause the thrashing to somewhat stop, but all of the sharks are convulsing in their death throes next to Thomas, making it very hard for him to stay afloat. The water's turning red with blood. Anything else?
Nope. He's gonna watch for that one to come back up.
This Glow Priest, who already fucking moved into the water, he's double moving far down. And he is gone. Unless any of you brave souls who totally know how to swim want to try to pursue.
I guess I could send the water.
I don't know how to swim, I know how to sink!
Although we won't be able to reach.
Although he won't be able to reach, yeah, because he only has melee attacks. But the
Yeah.
Glow Priest got a head start.
Yep.
Let's not.
The Death Speaker will move to the edge, lean down, and with a -2 for attacking penalty, will still hit and crush this Glow Priest in the water. The heavily wounded, barely standing Death Speaker will hiss out just unintelligible, like, war garble of pain and hatred. But he reaches out with a gloved hand and squeezes it, and the Glow Priest's heart effectively is crushed. Combat is over.
Dwohurim will rush to his side, sort of try to help him, with whatever, really.
I'm going to rush this way and lower down a rope.
Okay.
He's gonna put himself in the front of those two so that the Death Speaker would be safe.
Won't make any skill checks required. The combined assistance of you folks up there in the north can get Thomas out of the water, though he is thoroughly soaked, and not just with water.
Grab a shark, too.
You have shark giblets. I have.
If you wanted one.
You have shark giblets.
You can grill it, and then... although making a fire on the boat seems like a dumb idea.
Yeah, I was hoping for a flame spear to be used.
Nah.
The sails are gone. Well,
There was some damage to the mast with the one of the four salvo that went awry, but it's something that the Shaper can attempt to mend with a mending ritual.
It's kind of what I do.
The Death Speaker will stagger away, and if you have anything that you want to recharge, like your whole Draconic thing, if it has like a recharge roll, go ahead and do that now.
Unfortunately not. That is...
No, the
That's it. Start battle on the end.
Okay.
4 salvo is not a recharge.
Go ahead and remove the power of that. The death speaker will stagger towards like the center of the boat and have a sit down. The sailors will like peek their heads up and like swarm back over the deck of the ship, assessing damage and slowly trying to push Sahagwin bodies off the deck.
Thomas will go help them.
That goes a bit faster. The mutant's the hardest one.
Teamwork!
And the bodies do, of course, slowly move as you're moving.
Now, this is very disconcerting. So
You
how
think?
isn't... They shouldn't be here. The wards must have been severely weakened for them to make it this distance into the Inland Sea.
Don't suppose there's anything we can do about it, is there?
We sort of need to find out what has happened.
Seems to be a common theme nowadays for us.
Yes.
Firstly, like, Thomas, did you bring a spare change of clothes for yourself?
I think so.
We probably want to get out of these. Gestures to the fact that we're both dripping.
You do have the fancy clothes still, right?
That's true.
Leon will change into one of his spare sets of non-fancy outfit, for which he is free.
Sure, Thomas will do the same, even though his clothing right now is the only proof that he has indeed defeated one of the fish folk.
You're going to carefully extract the giblets.
As his trophies. No. Clothing probably has to be burned at this point, full of shark blood.
Let's not burn it on the ship, okay?
No. It's probably a bad idea, you're right.
Fargus, could you do me a favor and go and take a look at Ravinger? He might be upset at this whole smell of blood and noise and...
Grabbing you?
Pony.
My pony, yes.
The
yes.
pony, yes. He named the pony, right?
Sure. Fargus will go down below and have a look at the pony.
Let's try to calm him. Keep him
Yes.
safe.
Fargus will sort of sing to the pony in the druidic tongue and try to calm it.
All right. I think, judging by your presence, that I won't require a roll. That Rav will the pony will slowly calm down, being very excited and irritated by all the sounds above in the unfamiliar environment.
All right, it's good. Ah. Fargus will stay there for a while and then he will go up to the others and see what's going on.
Manaki, whenever you're able, why don't you go ahead and spend 15 minutes working a mending ritual, and it won't expend the mending, I'll say, not for something this minor, but I will require a magical background skill check.
You'll get one.
This will not be at a penalty. There are rough waters of the sea beneath you, but you're a trained shaper who can handle things in tough situations, and you are able to repair the damage you have caused.
That's
and the
good.
Sahagwin have caused, so the ship remains fully functional.
Again, proud of the vessel. What's the name of the vessel?
Retribution.
Retribution.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strong name.
The irony of Calorel having this ship escapes you.
A very serious name for a small ship.
Contemplative silence.
After that, I suppose we sail on as best as possible. You're trying to, again, do the minor repairs and what little he can on the to keep the boat in the best functional shape. That's sort of the role he takes.
The silence was to afford anyone else the opportunity to interact before the story pushes forward.
We'll also approach the Death Speaker and ask if there's anything he can provide him with.
No more Sahagwin. You can provide that. I've had my fill.
I could try to take a look at your wounds. Now, after the ship has been repaired with what I could do for it, I have dabbled in repairing the flesh of living creatures.
There's some silence. It's difficult to imagine, well, difficult to know what the Death Speaker is thinking behind his mask. Sure.
Right then, Dwohurim would like to, well, basically begin trying to heal up or close the wounds and remake the blood vessels and organs and such. Assuming he is human.
He is.
That certainly helps, at least, because that's a little more familiar to him. He has done this sort of thing mostly in the heat of battle with his abilities.
Why don't you give me a magical background skill check?
I will do that again.
Okay. Dwohurim is able to stop the bleeding. And furthermore, the Death Speaker will comment that he feels notably better. So much so that the recent injuries of him are restored, and he's back up to just being staggered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this will likely take a little while, and Dwohurim will basically take his time and train, and actually think a lot about what he's doing, where usually it's sort of a heat of the moment, sort of hodgepodge work he does.
Dwohurim begins to teach himself about medical anatomy.
Yeah.
All right. Your work is not very interrupted. The ship is not traveling quite fast. Indeed, the veteran sailors will note that the wind has sort of either sputtered out in some instances, and in other times it's going against the awkward mass construction of the ship. And as the ship does not have any oars on it, which is not an advisable design feature, but it is what it is, the ship is slowly puttering along the Midland Sea. For 1 day, then 2 days, 3, 4, 5, inching slowly away from the Coral Straits, and this is another awkward feature too. The ritual that was made to pacify the Midland Sea ensures favorable sailing conditions. It is one of the primary reasons why ships are known not to come with oars, because the winds are always good, or almost always good, barring a freak occurrence every now and then. You know, no storms, clear skies, strong winds, keep pushing ships where they need to go. This trip should have maybe taken 3-4 days. You've already spent 6 in the water, and judging by the star alignment in the sky, at best, you're halfway to Newport. The sailors, veterans that they are also a superstitious lot, and they noticeably interact with you far less, thinking that you are fell omens and that maybe the gold that was offered was too good to be true. Eventually, however, the wind does pick up again. There are no other invasions aboard your vessel, although off in the distance, now that you know what to pay attention to, you think you can spot fins, presumably of sharks, lurking out of reach. And it is by the 15th of Fireseek, 9 days after you left Drakenhall, that you're sailing by the island containing the living dungeon of Creel. Look out the horizon, see the landmass. Island still looks as you left it, with its abandoned trade post there. And as the living dungeon was not destroyed by you folks, I was presuming that no one else did, it is still active to this day.
We promised it never to go in there again.
Yeah, during
You know
this
what we forgot though? We forgot to fulfill our end. Tell all our enemies about the living dungeon of Gryph.